Hello, Comp 2. I am coming to you live from the center of the earth with your weekly report for this course. As you have already seen on the Discord, I have been forced to extend the deadline for your essay by 1 day. I want to be as clear as possible, not a week, not 2 days, 1 day. I had somebody contact me about a power failure, and that appears to have affected multiple students. And that is not your fault. There's nothing you can do about that. I do have a policy of when or if I give extensions, I tend to give it to everybody as opposed to giving it for one person. So thank you, you know who you are, for letting me know. And for everybody, enjoy the extra day. I know some of you may be frustrated who have really busted your butt to try and get the paper in on time. You are just as welcome as anybody else to use that extra time if you need it. If you need to go back in and double check some things or edit some more. I mentioned this on the Discord, but you can submit 2 different copies of the paper if you go back in and kind of fix some things. Just indicate in the title of the file which one you want me to grade. It should actually let you delete the other one as well. But that's the situation, so I will not be extending it anymore. In the nicest way possible, you've had a month to know that this paper was coming, and so I feel like you should be able to recover from the electronic disturbance and get everything ready by tomorrow, Wednesday the 24th at 11:59 p.m. So if it is not in by tomorrow, at that point it is officially late. What that means is that you just won't get your 5 drafting points that you normally get for turning in a paper on time. But I will still take the paper after that. I will take the paper anytime up to 2 weeks after the due date to give you feedback on it and give you a chance to revise. After that initial 2-week grace period, then I will just be looking at it at the end of the semester without having given you any help. So again, it's best if at all possible if you can get that in on time. If not, it's not the end of the world. Just let me know what's going on. Reach out to me. I was talking with one of you and you said, sorry for bothering you. You are not a bother. I would much rather you be talking to me now, letting me know where you're at, letting me know what your concerns are, than problems kind of cropping up after it's too late for me to help you with them. So again, the paper is now due Wednesday at 11:59 p.m. For this class, your deadline will normally always be Tuesdays. I've had a couple of you reach out to me and say that that was confusing because your deadline last semester was Wednesdays. I had to give the Wednesday deadline to the older middle college crew in their early Brit-Lit class. So again, just to reiterate, and this is marked on the assignment schedule, it says T for Tuesdays. Your day is normally always Tuesdays, and it will continue that way for the rest of the term. I just gave you the extra day to compensate for the power failure. So if you have any questions at all, please reach out to me. That is due as a Word document on Momentum. And in the meantime, while I'm recording this video, I'm going to go ahead and tell you about what is due next week. What's due next Tuesday. So we are going to be finishing up the dialogue sequence, and one of the best ways to do that is to watch a movie. So you're going to be watching a movie. You have a choice between 2 films. Unless you have some kind of creative means of using the internet, which I neither endorse nor know anything about, but also do not explicitly forbid you of doing, you will need to rent either film. They're both on Amazon Prime. I think about $4 a piece. One of them is Mad Max Fury Road. I think it came out in 2015. The other is called The Way, Way Back, and I think it came out somewhere around 2012. So The Way, Way Back is kind of a comedy and a drama and sort of a slice of life, Bildungsroman, growing up, coming of age type of movie. It is PG-13. And it's PG-13 really mostly for some language and adult situations. There's not any sex scenes or violence in it. The other movie, Mad Max Fury Road, is rated R, and it is a hard R for violence specifically. There are some kind of grotesque scenes, but it is a violent movie. So I am still assigning those as your options. You are in high school, but you are taking an adult college class. So you kind of make the decision that you feel like is best for you, either film, but just know going into Mad Max Fury Road that it is rated R and that you have the other option if you're more comfortable with that. Mad Max Fury Road is an action film. It is the fourth Mad Max film. That is a franchise from the 80s that originally starred Mel Gibson. It's by George Miller, and it's a set of Australian films that are about this character, Mad Max, who's a former cop, and how he manages to survive as the world goes into this kind of post-apocalyptic, post-nuclear disaster where gasoline and water become extremely valuable and all kind of centralized government and everything falls apart. So the movies get more chaotic as they go along. Fury Road was the most recent one in which Mad Max is played by Tom Hardy, and Charlize Theron plays a character called Furiosa who kind of shares billing with him. And so essentially it's a post-apocalyptic wasteland in which these people are trying to survive and get away from this megalomaniac. And so I won't say anything much more about it, and you can look at it for yourself. But the reason I picked these two movies is that the course theme is madness and chaos. And both movies deal with the theme of chaos, but in completely different ways. Obviously, Mad Max deals with a lot of mental instability and just pure, untrammeled chaos. That's the situation that they're living in. The Way Back has this theme throughout it of playing by the rules and what it means to play by the rules, and how not playing by the rules can sometimes be liberating and okay, and you kind of see when you get in there. But basically, Steve Carell, who you're probably used to from like The Office and Anchorman, actually plays a much more severe character in this movie. And so it's about, if you play by the rules, do you play by your own rules? Are you hypocritical? Do you apply those rules to everybody as well as yourself? So it's a little bit more subtle, but both of them engage with that theme in different ways, and that's why I picked them both. Mad Max is not funny. Like it's hardcore, but it's one of my favorite movies ever. There's a reason that my Snapchat name is Mad Max Fury Road. And The Way Back is funny and has kind of a lot of humor in it. So you will pick one or the other, not both. Don't be a hero. You don't get extra credit for doing both. And what you will do is, on the Discord, I will have a channel for each movie, and you will go in sometime this week after you've watched the film and respond to the discussion questions that I post in there. I think I'll have like several for you to choose from, and you'll pick one and respond to that discussion question in that channel. And then next Tuesday at 2:00 p.m., I will post quizzes for both movies. And so just to prove that you did in fact watch the movies, you will take a quiz that will be just like the quiz that you had over your Shakespeare assignment. And it'll be the same, 3 questions, but remember the third is always a floating bonus. So all you have to do to get full credit is get 2 out of 3. So for the coming week, it's watch one movie or the other, make your pick, participate in the discussion about the movie on the Discord, and then when the quiz gets posted next Tuesday, take that quiz over the movie. And that's it. It's a kind of an easier week coming off of having to get the paper ready. That was my intention, at least. And after that, we're going to be going into narrative and kind of switching gears, looking at short fiction and looking at the novel. If you have not ordered a copy of Station 11 yet, Station 11 by Emily St. John Mandel, go ahead and order that on Amazon. Now is a good time to go ahead and do that. And in the meantime, again, I feel so bad that in this format, like, it's hard for you to realize that you're never pestering me. Like, I want you to pester me. I want you to message me. I want you to email me. The door is always open. It's just not a physical door. It's an internet door. But any questions that you have, I am here. It is my job. I want to help you. And don't hesitate for a second. So if you have questions about anything, be it the paper, be it the movies, anything going on, please just let me know. So thank you for your time, for your 10 minutes. I appreciate it as always. And I hope in the meantime that everything goes well with you finishing up your paper. I'm looking forward to reading them. In regard to the grading of those, my goal right now is 2 weeks. By 2 weeks from tomorrow, to have all those back to you. I am also in the middle of grading some early British literature projects and some modern British literature projects. So if anything happens to kind of push back the grading of those, I will keep you posted and let you know. I never want you to be floating in the void just wondering when you're going to get your stuff back. But right now the goal is 2 weeks. It will be exactly like last semester with those papers. What I'll do is I'll download the Word document from Momentum. I will then type in the Word document and make comments throughout, and then have some summative comments at the bottom. Save that document, put it in your RadarNet email, and email it to you. Legally, I actually have to do it that way due to FERPA laws. I can't send you your grade via Snapchat or whatever. It has to be by your official school email. So just be looking for it on RadarNet. So thank you for all of your work. I know that you, for the most of you, are just, you just want to, like, God love you, and I don't blame you, get your nursing degree and move on with your lives, or get your associates and go wield. You didn't wake up in the morning and think, man, I really want to write a literary analysis on Shakespeare. Man, I love doing MLA research essays. I get it. I get that it's not something that you ever dreamed about as a 5-year-old writing an essay like this. But it is a skill. It's an important skill. And once we've kind of gotten through this unit, that's it. That's your big research paper for the term. And after that, we'll be focusing on kind of more creative stuff for the rest of the time. So thank you for hanging in there. I really appreciate it. And again, if you need me, just let me know. So have a lovely rest of your week.